Hi guys, we're back. I'm here to show you tips on how to collect NBA cards, basketball cards on a budget. Tara. So, I started collecting basketball NBA cards like way back 1994. I was I guess first year, second year high school back then. So it was a big thing sa Philippines kasi we used to I mean basketball is a big hype. It's a big sport back home. So I grew up of course watching the 90s syempre si Michael Jordan ang GOAT kung tawagin nga natin, 'di ba? Si MJ. So I collected yung mga, let's say, to sila Grant, even not just Jordan. I still have Jordan cards here, his cards. And then popular noon itong mga Upper Deck, Skybox, Fleer. And then I also collected other guys like Grant Hill. Yan, ito mga panahon na yun eh. Yan, collector's choice. Yun yung cheaper alternative. And then um, yun, until it evolved from regular cardboards into foil inserts, and then nagkaroon na tong 98 when it came out yung mga game used jerseys. And then right now there's the autographed ones, serially numbered ones. There's lots of alternatives or lots of new choices you got. So I'm here to talk to you about and discuss about three tips for me. Is as a collector, sharing with you, especially sa mga siguro sa mga newer ones, three tips on how to collect NBA cards on a budget. So number one, importante is you have to build on a budget. Number one yon. The reason why I say that is because sometimes kasi it's a hobby, right? Being a hobby, sometimes you get too addicted to it, especially if you have a family. Regardless nga if you're a bachelor or have a family, mas lalo na siguro if you have a family. It's just kasi if you get too much of your money involved in it, you might be ending up in debt or drown in, in bad stuff. So you just set aside some amount of money, particularly for this hobby, if you really want to get into it or if you're already into it, just to for you na you're still within the flow of your budget. Let's say me, for example, I always set aside at least $200 sa akin personally. Canadian itong pinag-uusapan natin na because we're in Winnipeg in Canada. So $200 can be a huge money for someone, can be just a small amount of money for someone too, right? For me, 200 is the amount I'm comfortable with para on a monthly basis. So, and this is for me is an investment. I don't know anything about the stock market, so this is my way of investing the money that I me and my wife earned, right? And I do part-time jobs para to support this hobby as well. So in 200, win or lose, you should be fine. No regrets, right? Yun yung that's what's number one important. Again, build on a budget, whatever you're comfortable with. Not don't expect too much as an investment for $200. I mean, don't expect. What I mean by that is that from 200 it can be 300, 500 at some point yung ininvest mo, but don't expect it from 200 maging $1 million in a year or two. Who knows? Sana, 'di ba? But for me, the 200 is what I set aside on a monthly basis. Number two, select a player or team that you want. What I mean by that is me, as I said, I grew up watching Michael Jordan. That's why I'm happy buying his stuff. Sa 200 na yon, siguro honestly, um, I can buy at least probably on like if you're not buying the high end Jordan cards or Bulls cards, mga you get at least 20-30 cards at max, depending where you buy it. Me, I go to local hobby shops, or one other suggestion I have for you. You can go to eBay. I know it's a bit old school, but there's auctions happening at eBay where you wanna buy, let's say, Luka Doncic, Zion Williamson, the newer guys, right? Steph Curry, Kevin Durant. Um, where you might get a good deal depending on the auction. Kasi auctions doesn't necessarily mean it's too expensive. It might be, depending if it's like graded cards, if it's an autographed card, or if it's a game used memorabilia, or just a common card, or an insert. Me, for example, ito, I just won these ones sa eBay, sa mga si Kenyon Martin. These guys may not have that much value as it is. Si ano to, Danny Manning. This is a bit old school autographed card. Delonte West. I know this guy had an issue lately. So these are not like some of the others. You might not get like big superstars, right? But you know what? I got, let's say, Pau Gasol. He's a semi-star. He was a champion with Kobe Bryant, right? Same as this guy, Tayshaun Prince. So there's lots of ways that you can have sports memorabilia. Me, I look at it like, you know, investment in a way, but as I said, not don't expect too much. If it depends on what your passion is, or what you expect out of it. But in my case, let's say, as I said, if you're willing to spend $200, at least you get, good stuff like this one, autographed card, Careless Jr. autographed, and then see Mason Plumlee na autographed, Evan Turner. Most of these guys, I just want like, this one, a rookie card ni Zion Williamson. So what I've invested over in a span of, I would say, 3 to 5 years, I've accumulated, kasi I also have other stuff that I buy, like Magic the Gathering, Pokemon cards, toys. That's why I keep it at a pace. That's why I don't really splurge too much when it comes to the basketball cards. But you know what, I got that Kevin Love autograph, game used jersey, serially numbered yan. Kevin Garnett, one of my favorites of all time, si Big Ticket, Clyde the Glide, and si Hakim the Dream. And then we got like cards like Scottie Pippen, mga old cards niya. And then mga Jordan, North Carolina pa siya, Larry Bird, Kevin Garnett. Again, the thing I like about collecting these cards is that, I mean, when you're building on a budget, is that you'll never notice na what you've accumulated over the years would expand to this much, instead of me buying just a single card that's worth, let's say, for example, $1,000. Oh, it's a good investment because it's a very better investment, I would say, for your money. However, like, look at this one, Zion Williamson rookie cards, right? Kevin Willis autographed card. I'm happy with getting these ones, unless you're I would say a Damon Stoudemire, a really high roller guy, then by all means, that's a different league on its own, right? Those are kumbaga sa casino, yung mga high roller investors. Me, I just enjoy every moment. Let's say, yeah, I got this Total D. It's a Flair Michael Jordan insert. This is one of my favorites, a Flair card number 45 siya dyan. And then like Skybox, yeah, 90s yan, Flair. So these guys like I get like at what, $5 each, around that amount. So even though they're not as much as like the others, I'm still having fun, which leads us to tip number 3. Number 3, have fun. That's what really matters there. As I said, on tip number 1, build on a budget and no regrets. Once you get your money out, buy the card, enjoy it. Me, MJ is my favorite, so I don't have any regrets, regardless if if the value goes up or down, which I'm pretty sure his value goes up, then I'm very satisfied. And again, if it doesn't go up, or it even goes down, I don't have any regrets because I'm within my budget. I like Michael Jordan. I like the Chicago Bulls. Of course, the Bulls, 90s Bulls, not the crappy Bulls lately, right? But what matters is that you're having fun. Me personally, I like what I have right now. In the next, hopefully, if feels I'm still doing videos in the next 10, 20 years, you'll probably see a different kind of investment by then. Okay, so sa mga new collectors, I encourage you, and wives who have husbands like me, who thinks ay pang bata yan or whatever. It's always, please look at it positively, that it's on the positive end, that it's an investment. We're not doing drugs. We're not more into like what, gambling, drinking, kind of gambling in a positive way, I would say. It's a cliche to say it's an investment, but honestly, if you see what's been happening right now sa mga sports cards, it's crazy. So yeah, so again, thank you for watching the video, and I hope the tips were absolutely helpful. I'll see you next time. Take care.